Dear scholars, through the previous two videos, we have analyzed the news items given in the lesson News Analysis. Let us see what activities are given in English workshop based on the lesson. Here we go with the first. Write your own impressions about the news items A, B, C and D in the table below. We have gone through 4 news items. They are A, B, C and D. About them, we have to write our own impression. So you can write your own answer thinking of all these options given in each column. Here, the first column, which is titled as news item, and here below the news items are A, B, C and D. Next column is of good news or bad news that we have to write in front of each. Next is unreliable, that is believable or unbelievable that we have to write. Next is interesting, uninteresting or boring. You have to choose any one out of these things for each news item, and other, your other remarks. Let us see one of the examples. News item A. What is its title? That is closed shoes not allowed in examination hall, right? What do you think? Whether it is good news or bad news? So I will go with good. It is good news. Next, reliable or unreliable? Believable or unbelievable? Yes, of course, it is reliable. Next, interesting, uninteresting or boring? I am choosing interesting. So those who want to cheat, they will find that this news is uninteresting or boring for them. Other, what other remark can be written? So whatever information given in it that is useful, that is motivating. Again, many of the things we can consider for each. If we think of news item B, that is Ritika takes a break from acting. So those who are her fans, they will say bad news, and those who are not, they may say good news. Reliable or unreliable? So as it is mentioned in the news item only, the sources close to her reveal that now she wants to make a career in politics, but she didn't herself tell this. So this news can be reliable or unreliable also. Next, interesting, uninteresting or boring. So it depends upon your fan or not, and accordingly you will choose any one out of these 3 options and other. So if you know the reality, accordingly we can write. So think that reality we have to imagine. If she is taking break, so what can be written? Yes, she is going to marry, and so that she is taking break from the acting or any other reason. So in this way, we have to write for all the 4 news items. Next, write a letter to your class teacher or principal of your school to make any one of the 2 following requests. So we will write both of them. Here are the 2 questions for letter writing. First, you wish to start a news bulletin for your school or class. It will be a 1-page bulletin to be published every week. A different group of students will manage the preparation of the bulletin every time. Actually, it is the project to be presented in the classroom, but later, whatever written, that can be given as a homework, or can be explained how it can be written. Here is a sample for you. Let me provide it. It is that here in this letter, or here in this answer, the sender's address. Who is the sender? That is class monitor, standard 7C, Shivam Vidyalay, Nashik, August 1st, 2017. It is written on right hand side. As per the latest pattern, you have to keep this address on the left hand side here in this corner. Okay, below it, recipient, the class teacher, standard 7C, Shivam Vidyalay, Nashik. Then subject, what is it? Permission to start a news bulletin, madam. So instead this we can write respected sir, respected ma'am. Let us read body of the letter. On behalf of standard 7C, I request you to grant us permission to start a news bulletin for our class. It will be a one-page bulletin. This information is given in the question. It will be a one-page bulletin to be published every week. A different group of students will manage the preparation of the bulletin every time. There will be very little expense in all, as the typing and printing will be done in the computer lab with the permission of the computer teacher. I assure that we will be very careful about the news that we publish. Thank you. And here below, ending is given. What is it? That is, yours faithfully. You can read over here. Yours faithfully, Rupam Das, class monitor. So here it is written as per the old pattern. Now you have to shift this ending on the, it is given on right hand side, which you have to shift on left hand side. So in this way, this letter can be written. You can write your own using your own idea. Let us see what is further. Second letter given in it. Your school library subscribes to a few newspapers. Your class wants old issues of the newspaper. For some educational activity in the classroom, you are required to make cuttings or news clippings. Therefore, the papers cannot be returned to the library, but you will use them in a responsible manner. Use the format of a formal letter given below. Here is that format. Already we have gone through the previous example. Here in this format, whatever given on right hand side, that we have to shift on right. It is sender's address and date, which will be shifted on left. Then below it, designation and address of the person to whom you are writing the letter, that is recipient. Next is subject, which is written here. Then salutation, sir, madam, dear sir or madam. Then main body. Here along with the reason, necessary explanation can be given, and yours faithfully or truly, this will be again shifted on the left here. So in this way you have to use the format. Let us see one of the examples of this letter. Here everything is it is written on left hand side. It should be written on left hand side, which is given on right hand. It will be shifted here, that is sender's address. Here is the recipient, it is the subject, it is the salutation. Then whatever given below it, this part is the body of the letter according to subject. And here below, this closing is given, so which we have to remove from here and will be shifted on the left hand side. So in this way, this letter can be written to the principal. Let us see next activity. I hope we have got these two. Third one, hold a discussion in the classroom about the differences between printed newspaper, radio news bulletins, TV news bulletins. Discuss the merits and demerits and popularity of each. Newspaper, radio and TV, both are the sources through which we come to know many of the news. We have to discuss about merits and demerits of things and bad things, or what benefits and what positive and negative points each has, that we have to write. The newspaper. What is the benefit newspaper? The page can be that newspaper can be saved properly. Merit, demerit. It is no proper visualization is done, right? If we think of radio, only it is audible, not visible. So, thinking of this, we can say it is a demerit. But there is no need of turning pages and all that in just like newspaper. So, it can be considered as a merit. TV, audible as well as visible. So it can be the merit, but we can't store many of the news or every news from different channels or news from particular channels throughout the day. Whatever we go through the news, we can't download, save that much every day, right? So it can be considered as a demerit. Besides that, there are many merits and demerits. You have to browse on internet to find the merits and demerits of newspapers, radios, and TV news bulletins. So this is all about all the activities given in English workshop based on the lesson news analysis. I hope you all will understand the given explanation, and accordingly you all will complete the given activities.